Okay.
Looks like you're there.
I am going to publish the pairings.
All right.
Send out the tweet. We're live in the finals. I always post the deck lists and the links to the decks for the finals, which is kind of cool.
So let's see. Who are our players? Grail.
Yep, and enough met.
For the whole kit and caboodle. So
There
first
we
place
go.
prize, each player is guaranteed 3,000 gems, which is cool.
I mean, that's a couple of drafts, which is always great, especially when a new set comes out.
How are you at drafting?
You know what? I would say I'm an above average drafter, but I'm having a lot of difficulty with this format. I can't figure it out.
I have
I think,
27 draft tokens.
What? Unreal.
Clearly, he's not a good drafter.
Yeah.
I spend all mine right when I get them. I've really come to enjoy drafting, especially like when I took my break and I still did play Magic.
Yeah.
Draft was always a great way for me to just continue being invested in the game but just play it at a more casual level.
Yeah. This is kind of cool, though.
I feel like I have
Alright.
a lot of draft tokens, but not 27. Maybe 15.
Yeah. So, Izit's on the play. And they kept their hand. And we're off. In the finals, I have to change the header. I think I'm fired.
Yeah. You had one job.
One job. And I failed at it. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, let's go.
Oh, I'm so excited that Izit's in the finals. I know that sounds so bad, but
I'm so excited Selesnia's in the finals.
yeah, I want to see how they do. And don't forget, everybody in the chat, if you haven't yet, please enter your name into the free giveaway. All you got to do is be a follower for the Innistrad Midnight Hunt Pack, !BO3.
There's really no cost to you doing it, so who doesn't love free stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So tricky for the Selesnya player here being on the draw, sorry. You're kind of missing out as Grail has the opportunity to hold up that Jori disruption and kind of just stop the big play. Thankfully, Naturalist and Weaver is just such a great combo.
Right.
So if we can find a way to just get rid of the Smoldering Egg, I think the Selesnya deck can really take off.
With expressive iteration, having an abrade in one of those, I think that's totally amazing.
Yeah.
What I want to
Abrade-
know is, what does he use it on?
I think you pick off the Weaver. I think Weaver's just more of a threat right now. And yeah, in this situation, I mean, I think you just go Lair and swing with your Naturalist. You do want to hold beside you in case a Hall of the Storm Giants comes down.
Right.
Let's see, if like a Goldspan Dragon is here, it's gonna look pretty rough. So I don't mind Cave of the Frost Dragon, and I actually really do like this Commune of Spirits. Let's see if we can find like a Ranger class or... Oh yeah, Michiko's Reign of Truth is great. Try to cast that in for 1.
I'm so amazed and happy that Selesnya is in the finals, because it's a completely new archetype. Really hope that Izzet wins. Because it just means that I can keep playing my archetype.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not surprised to see that Izzet is still a very, very strong list.
Yeah.
Yeah, Selesnya is slowly running out of steam here. We want to see I mean, we want to see some of those spirited companions. We want to see ways to get counters so we can start thinning our deck with these Kodamas. But it's only game one, so even if it takes game one, Selesnya will be on the play game two and start really getting low to the ground and overwhelming their opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, land's not exactly what we want to see, but it's still a 4/4. What could happen here is any instant or sorcery dealing with this Kodama and flipping this egg. But I do like swinging in with the lair for 4. That way you're creating a secondary threat.
I was just gonna say that he does have a fading hope, but he can't do both. So he either does memory deluge or he bounces one of the creatures. But because they're both 4/4s, you definitely don't want to be blocking them.
No, exactly. So this is gonna flip. And Memory Deluge is not going to take care of anything on the board. So, you know what? 4 damage is 4 damage.
Wow.
Your cat.
What is he doing?
Eating a sweater.
Oh, classic Filbert.
So he has a Goldspan Dragon in play in his hand, and I have no idea why he didn't just
jam it?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because we could Memory Deluge here, pick off this Portrait of Michiko, and then all of a sudden, like, there's either a Naturalist or a Kodama. Like, it's not that great of a spot. Yeah,
For Selesnya?
For Selesnya, yeah. Like, this dragon now just kind of dealing with all of these permanents on the board. Like, if there's another Spikefield Hazard or something, all of a sudden, you're just dealing with everything.
You were raided by Rolling Master 13.
Yes, unfortunately, saying thank you is just going to come 10 minutes later, so I'm going to type it. But thank you very much for the raid. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah!
A second egg here is not what he wants, but having a second Goldspan Dragon, like, absolutely.
Well, I mean, you can Goldspan, then you can cast the egg with the treasure.
Yep. He could.
Yeah, I think we're in a position where Izzet has just taken over this one a little bit too much.
I'm okay with that.
And there we go. Yeah.
Off to sideboards.
All right, so cutting a commune, I like that. I think. See, here's the thing. As a Selesnya player, I think I want my aspirants.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want these low to the ground creatures. I want these bodies that are just going to take over the game early and cause too many problems.
Yeah.
The Kodamas, take them or leave them. But something like Paladin class 2, I mean, it really looks like enough Met just has their sideboarding strategy. They know exactly how they want to trim.
Oh my god, it's crazy. Like, I've never, in watching this for the last year and a half in players, like, on this level, I've never seen somebody sideboard so quickly. Like, this Selesnya player has put in the time, and he definitely knows his cards. He knows the matchups. Like,
that's it. They just know. They know what they're going for. They know what they're doing. Yeah. I think my big problem, my biggest fault as a player is I can't build sideboards. Like, I want to fit so many cards in it, and that is an amazing opener for a Selesnya player. But at the end of the day, like, I can't sideboard to save my life. I want to keep all my cards in my deck.
You know what helped me? Mardu vehicles. Like, I don't know how that sounds. I don't know if it sounds bad or not, but, like, I had been playing for about a year or two at that point, and I was not doing very well as a Magic player. Like, I would never do well. I would usually just go 2-2 at local game store. All I would do was brew. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, totally.
And somebody said, you know, pick up a tier 1 deck and learn it. And what it'll do for you is it'll teach you all of the elements that you're missing in your game. And it changed the way I played. Like, I learned how to sideboard. I learned the value of sideboard. I learned the value of a card in a sideboard. It changed everything that I did. It was probably one of the nicest, most powerful times in my Magic life for playing a deck. It was very cool.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, it was very, very cool.
I'm slowly learning. I mean, I just want to pick up. I really just have to pick up a tier 1 deck and see how this meta is, and just like learn it from the other side.
Exactly.
So that I can have the chance to pick up sideboarding strategies for what's going on. I mean, I had my sideboarding guides when I was playing in those pro tours, but yeah, it's just not the same. You try to fit so many cards in your sideboard and try to just kind of like figure it out, but oof. This Selesnya deck is just eating all of the removal right now.
I would actually counter this. I am totally surprised he let that go.
So you know what card could be amazing in this format is Annul, the 1-mana counter artifact or enchantment spell, because
Wow.
all of these enchantments are creatures, right?
Yeah. I even forgot that was in the format. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the cards get so deep that all of a sudden somebody plays a card that, you know, is going to rotate in a month, but it's been in the format for the last year and a half, and they forgot all about it. You know, and it totally throws your opponent off. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you just toss 1 or 2 in your blue-based deck, or that's kind of all you need. I would have kept the mana up for Touch the Spirit Realm here, just in case there's like a Cinderclasm or something, because all of a sudden your Weaver's dead, your Jukai Naturalist is dead, and yeah, you're kind of in a bit of a tough spot. But Selesnya has established a nice little board, and we'll see how it goes.
For 3 mana? Yeah, I think they've done really well.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Burning down the house is just going to clear the way. 4 mana to play with. He's going to be able to rebuild. I can totally see him playing Spellbinder here.
I do like Spellbinder here.
Slows the deck down for sure.
You can just kind of see the triggers.
Yeah. What card do you pick off at this point? Ugh.
At this point, the Deluge, I think. Egg can come down. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, you have a Dragon's Fire. One of your creatures is gonna die. That just is how it is.
Wow. Hey, second one. That's awesome.
So I think we swing first because one of these Ranger classes is buffed. And actually, you know what? You can just channel the Touch the Spirit Realm, and all of a sudden, that Dragon's Fire is dead. Yeah, I say we put those counters on the Spellbinder, because it's going to leave the battlefield, re-enter, and now Saw Coming is going to be taxed as well. But here's the problem. Egg transforms next turn. So maybe you just let the Dragon's Fire resolve. Yeah, such a tricky spot, right?
It is. I mean, like, you can go both ways.
Because all of a sudden, Dragon's going to transform. You don't have great blocks into it, though. So I think I prefer doing Touch the Spirit Realm here, and at least saving your Spellbinder. You tax the Saw It Coming. So now opponent's just on top decks. You have all of the information you need. What would really hurt is a Spike Field Hazard off the top, where you can cast a Deluge for 4. Okay, so no taxes. No text casts. I think we swing here and just pump the Visitor twice.
All right, I just saw the question. Thank you very much, Sweet and Salty, for responding. We're fantastic. We had a crash in round 4, but beside that one glitch, and first round's always a little rough to get off, but this tournament's been amazing. The archetypes have been fun to watch. Everything's been really, really, really good. So thank you very much for the raid. Thank you very much for coming in and watching and being part of the chat. And catching the finals. I like the trade here.
Well, that's the thing. It's not a trade. If there was a spike field hazard found off the top, like I don't know. This is so tough. This dragon's gonna get some damage in. It's gonna get a lot of damage. Yeah. So expressive iteration is gonna draw a card. It's gonna deal 2 damage to the spellbinder.
Yep.
Yeah, I just think it's got this. I don't think there's a way that Selesnya can recover.
Not only that, I mean, like, if he really wanted to be tricky, he could have negated his own expressive iteration and knocked off both creatures right in one. Yeah. Although I don't think that's really worth it, but I'm just saying he could have.
I mean, at this point, there's the Dragon's Fire to pick off the Spellbinder. You deal 2 to face.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
There's the insult to injury here. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I think you cast. I think you just cast this. No, you can't cast. Well, you can cast Ectoplasm. You found it off your expressive iteration. You just cast it for its mana cost. Deal 2 to the Spellbinder. What can opponent have?
That.
That's actually. Well, here's the thing. You got negate, right?
Yep. Yep.
Now, if you touch the Spirit Realm, the dragon, I think it comes back as an egg. Again, if Turtlebox is watching, you can correct me on that one. But, I don't know. At this point, I think I just would have used the lair, swung in, just tried to grow the board as much as possible.
I think Braid here is a good play. I think you, obviously it hits the creature 2 to face, and then he also has the negate to back up this whole play.
Yeah, there just really isn't much that you can do, right? Like, you try to resolve your touch the Spirit Realm, try to pick off the dragon, and you're still just going to get beat down by Goldspan.
Yep.
Yeah, you just can't negate this. Pick off the Ashmouth.
That's fine.
And then what? Like,
aren't the Memory Delusions 7 mana now?
They are, but Goldspan Dragon's at least 2 more mana.
Yeah. Down to 9. What do you got, buddy? What do you got?
That's it. It can mean something. You just negate it, and I honestly think you just saw it coming. Or negate, yeah, that works too.
This way, saw it coming can, hopefully hit a creature or an enchantment.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing, like, Deluge is just live.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And now all of a sudden, as long as Grail doesn't tap out, this Catilda's not ever going to land. Like, this Catilda could come down as a 4/4 lifelinking flyer, but there's also the Dragon's Fire. So, oof. Let's see, we find another Goldspan.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, looking pretty rough.
Agreed.
And you know what's brutal is that's 5 mana for
Saw it coming.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the exact mana he needs.
Yeah, so Weaver comes down, Catilda comes down, or not. There are so many ways to deal with Catilda here, like, and there's Saw coming in the hand anyway.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the GG. And that's our champion, Grail.
Congratulations, Grail. Is it? For winning the Arena Cup Open. Wow, that was pretty amazing. I'm gonna switch straight over to the top 8 and move his name into the finals.
Unreal.
Yeah, that is pretty unreal.
Let's see. Did this Is It list have any new cards? That's the real question. Because I don't think it did.
You don't think it did?
It had Ahsokan's End, the Crucible of Defiance, the channel land that makes 2/1/1 spirits. And yeah, that's it. That's the only new card of the 75.
So Is It Control wins the Arena Cup Open qualifier with 1 new card.
Crazy. Crazy.